Coinbase is quietly building pressure here, and when this stock moves, it doesn't move slow. Now that overall pressure is in the formation of this range that we mentioned in the last video. Now we have two different options you need to be aware of. The first one is actually a direct move going lower. It will seem bearish, but it's actually a bull case scenario because once we retest this low, we're essentially looking for a twin variation to absorb that overall momentum in the shorter term as the market now looks to rotate all the way back up to the prior high. Now that keeps the range overall rotating from, again, highs to lows, highs to lows. So this whole low is now going to be the distance that we are expecting to go above. So using this circumstance, we're going to be just below that prior low, and then we can now swing this just above this prior high, which will get us in the neighborhood of, like, let's just say 202.5, okay? So just be aware that if we do go down lower, you're really not trying to sell this thing. It'd actually be kind of difficult. So you're actually looking to buy. Now, in order to sell this thing, like, realistically, you're going to have to catch this thing either doing, like, there's a whole bunch of different variations, but let's just say in this circumstance, it'd be a lot easier to say a bigger move going down, okay? Now, you see that bigger move going down on strength, either continuation or pull for the moving average, then okay. Now you're basically waiting for a pullback and then looking for now the rotation to continue back to the downside, all right? So in the real bear case scenario for tomorrow, it's more than likely going to be a really big extreme move lower in which you want to be patient and look for that buying opportunity, you know, in this scenario, somewhere right around there, okay? Now, other than that, I think the last thing we really need to talk about is the fact that if we do go directly higher, okay? If we do go directly higher, then we can actually use a much shorter distance below, which would be this as is above. So in this scenario, we're actually looking to go, you know, a lot closer to 202. But in that direct path going higher, it's going to be a little bit difficult. I think a lot of people are actually already probably in on this. So I think most of the people are in on it just above this candle right here. So that would be, you know, it'd be very awesome if you're trying to go directly higher and we open up flat. And in that scenario to go higher, we would basically just continue to push up. Then once we get above this prior high right here, it should pick up a whole bunch of momentum as we start to cruise past some of those prior highs and into that swing high, which is again at 202. So it's going to take a little bit of like professional skill in order to enter this because, you know, when you're starting to go past the middle of the range, it is often something that you don't really want to mess with. So ideally, you can find yourselves getting in just below that range as it looks to rotate higher. But again, don't be too disappointed if we end up rotating down lower, which I think is the sweet spot for the bull case reversal, all right? So again, gapping down would be the best case scenario, and hopefully this video will make you some cash in tomorrow's market session. Thanks for watching. See you in the next candle.